What's up, guys? Welcome to the channel. I'm Salty Sluggy. Thanks for tuning in today. We're going to be talking about the Texas Chain Saw Massacre, the upcoming asymmetrical horror game set to release on August 18th, developed by Sumo Digital in partnership with publisher Gun Media, a game that pits the elusive victims from the illustrious family members in iconic locations from the 1974 movie. Way back in June, players were able to get hands-on time with the game with the technical test. I myself was able to play the technical test. I really enjoyed my time with it, though we did not have access to the perk system, the skill tree, or character selection. With only a couple of weeks until launch, which the game will be coming to Xbox Game Pass Day 1, PS5, PC, and will include crossplay, Gun Media announced that a stream would be happening in order to discuss Metagame, and that is the purpose of this video today. We're going to discuss Metagame. The stream was hosted by none other than Wes Keltner himself, the CEO and president of Gun, as well as Matt Zepp, brand strategy, I'm guessing manager. And this stream was held of yesterday as of recording this video. It was about an hour long, discussing Metagame only, not showing any new gameplay, showing us the skill trees, the perks, how attribute points work, about leveling up, loadouts, etc. In this stream, they used Connie as an example. They also did confirm that this was an older build that they were showing us, as they're still in the process of making those little final tweaks, so the game is up to snuff ahead of its release. And if you want to watch the whole thing in its entirety, you can head over to Twitch right now at Gun Interactive. Follow them over there. They'll be doing more streams in the future. Or if you're a big fan of reading, head over to their website. I'll leave a link so you can check out the community hub post on explaining Metagame. Now, with that all out of the way, let's get into the meat and bones of this stream and what was discussed. First, we'll start off with their special abilities. So as we know that each character has their own special abilities, such as Leland with his barge, Connie obviously with her lockpicking. This goes for both sides, victims and family. So in this example, we get a look at Connie's lockpicking skill. Now you can actually level this up 3 times, which is good. So the way this is explained is basically it's a decision mechanism. So every time you go up a node, it will cross something off. You won't be able to get everything in the tree. You can respec at any time with no extra cost, and then you can have different loadouts. We can have up to 5 loadouts, so you can have 5 different Connies with 5 different loadouts, and this is the freedom of this character building they want to give you. They don't want to give you everything, so there is that restriction that you can't have everything. You have to have a different character in order to put something else on that you don't have on another character. So I can have 5 Connies, you can have 5 Connies. My Connie will not play the same as your Connie. And I think this is a good decision, locking out certain things so that not everything is available to everybody, because that's when meta becomes proper meta and it never budges. Once somebody finds out what the best thing is, it's going to stay there. So this gives that freedom of choice and experimentation as well on top of it, which I think is a great idea. And because it's a special ability, it will come with things like cooldown, so you can pop it more often, etc. And level 3 being like your top tier of debuffs. Like, just for generalizing terms sake, I call these special abilities, but Matt actually does reference a point in the movie, and that's why he refers to them as star sign abilities. There's a little reference from the 1974 movie where Palm is in the minibus reading through an astrology book, so he's kind of extracted it from the movie and then integrated it into the game as like a little subtle nod of respect towards the movie. But for the simplicity of the video, I will just call them special abilities, because that's what people will refer to them as, or I will. So that's just your star sign ability skill tree. Now the actual other skill tree of your character is exactly the same process. If you go up a certain path, the other path will not be available to you. But also remember that you can respec at any time without any extra cost, and you'll just get all your points back and you can start again. Another thing to note as well is when it's your first time unlocking things in the skill tree, this is a one-time deal. You do it once, and then every time you respec after that, everything is still uncovered from your first time you uncovered it. For anybody curious about a prestige system, the question was asked, and they did reply that because of the way the system is, they don't see the point in it, because you're going to be respecing a lot just to experiment with your characters and try and get the best builds that you want to play as. So as of right now, there will be no prestiging system, but they could think about it, you know, like for bonuses for cosmetics. Now there is a node on there that does have a question mark on it. In regards to these kind of nodes, it is basically referred to as like a slot machine. So if you pick it, it picks a random perk. It could be a bad one, it could be the best one, you never know, but every time you respec, that will be a different perk every time. So I also see this as a good thing to kind of break metas so they don't stay in formations. So with this random perk that you're always going to get, maybe there's only so many in rotation, but it's going to fall into that category of keeping things random within your build and everybody else's build, in fact. So the perks that you unlock will go into the perk pool. Obviously, you see here, there's not many perks available because he's not got them all. So you have to be wise in your decisions when doing your loadouts. You'll be able to have 3 perks on your character at one time. Anybody that played the technical test knew that we had 3 random perks. We couldn't choose our perks. So I'm looking forward to seeing what perks I can synergize with my build. So as you go through your character skill tree, you'll also acquire the attribute points. You can get 30 in total, and then you can put them into endurance, strength, proficiency, whatever you want to put them into. This is yet another mechanism to make my Connie different from your Connie. So anyone familiar with Friday the 13th, this is a completely different system because Friday the 13th, all characters' stats were actually fixed. You couldn't change them on the fly. So this is a good addition. Also, when it comes to character selection as well, that they can only be one of every character. So there can't be duplicate Connies in one match. There can't be duplicate Leatherfaces, etc. It has to be one. We also finally got some confirmation of what these numbers are. Originally, you know, people were speculating during the technical test what they were, but it basically is, 1 is your character level, and 1 is your actual level of your account. So you'll be able to distinguish between characters. So say like I'm level 50 in my account level, but I'm level 3 in my Connie. It means my Connie is weaker than another Connie, for instance, because a maxed out Connie, characters go up to level 10. So when you see a level 10, you know that is an experienced player. So you'll be able to determine via these ranks how long they've been playing the game and how good their characters are. And a couple more things before we finish out the video. One, you will not be penalized if you DC because they can't justify whether it was a genuine DC or, you know, like your power went out, etc., or the fact that you're purposely doing it because you can't play a certain character, as well as touching on grandpa perks. These are perks that the family will get, which will give them kind of an edge during the matches. Firstly, I want to thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please smash a like. It really helps out the channel more than you know. I'm going to leave you with the wise words of Wes, is what I'm going to call them, and it's about competitiveness in gaming, especially when it comes to asym games. Like, what he says makes sense. I'm sure he's fully aware of how competitive people become in asym games. I'm looking at you, Dead by Daylighters, but I think what he says rings true, and it is their ethos within their studio, and I'm applauding you for this. So I'll leave you with it. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more upcoming games. You'll find other games on my channel if you want to check those out. You'll find social links down below if you want to support me in that space. Hit that notification bell, and as always, have a wonderful day. I'll see you next time. Oh, and I'll see you at launch too.
Which is, again, feeds back into this metagame of why we built it the way we built it, is for you to explore throughout all of these characters, play all these characters. They all have unique personalities, right? If you look at the family members, they're all mocapped by real actors. They move, their personalities come to life, their VO lines come to life. It's all different people. Like, all of these things are all going back into that same mindset, which is discover these characters and play all of them and see which one that you like. If you're coming into this with that mindset of, no, I want to play this one specific character, this is my character, and I'm not even going to look at any others. I mean, I guess you can if that's the way you want to play it, but I'm guaranteeing you, you're only going to see a fraction of the fun that can be in this game. And fun is the most crucial piece of this, right? Is the thing I want you to like take away from this is, like, the game's supposed to be fun. The game's not supposed to be competitive, right? Like, that's not the point of the game. The point of the game is get in and have a blast and feel like you're living in the world of Texas Chainsaw Massacre. That's the point.
You're not gonna hate man.